First open in two. Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The drive on the ground, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
19-yard line.
And he's got room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Pickett to throw on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. And they run with Harris off the option. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. And this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that run over Minnesota.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Pickett. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. Good call on that, Gavin.
The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Not much on that one, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Now Pickett. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
The kick is good.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Love now. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Love. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back. You can move forward from there.
In intended receiver there was Donald Carr, and it's third and short. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw. And he finds Austin complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0.
Steelers 14, Lions nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing. Love. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First down, going to the air with Love. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's another Lions.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Steelers 14, Lions nothing.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Love. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Love looking to throw it. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
2nd down and goal. Love. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
He's got him in, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 of the 18-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Pickett completes this one out wide quickly.
Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Steelers 21, Lions 3. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
No, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
38.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expected miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the option going right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. They could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Love now to pass on 1st down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Ultra.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
In motion, the tight end. From just shy of midfield, Love. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 48 yards. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Lions 10. Jack Fox to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake. Here's Love. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This out quickly to Williams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
First down, Love to pass. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Love. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Love. He's got this, complete to Williams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Watch out now, 52. Black Ultra.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. From the gun, here's Swift.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Toward the pylon, caught, and in for the Lions touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are back within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job down there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On the ball. Ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. Brooks. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Love now.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Pickett with a quick throw out wide.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
This one finds Austin out right. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's Johnson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Pickett going to keep it again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Austin brings in the quick throw.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
61 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Goes out left, it's caught by Williams.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield. And down to 43.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get him done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
This offensive line has got some smiles on his faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. They got 29 yards that time. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. It's Brooks. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing and run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Faster, faster. Ready.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on first down. It's Brooks. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnover.